Welcome to the Automaticist. So today we are going to be looking at this PowerBook G4. It's a 12-inch. And one of the interesting things about this computer is that A, the battery still holds a charge. As you can see, it is not plugged in. But B, this was a lot of power for its size at the time when it came out. And that also meant that it was a lot of power for the money when it came out. So a lot of people were able to do their creative work on a computer like this when this came out, and it was a huge time saver. And you know, this computer was still being produced. There was a version being produced in 2004, 2005, and YouTube started in 2005, so I'm sure there's a good amount of people who got their start on YouTube back in the early days and would have had a G4. And whether it was like an older computer by then, or whether it was even relatively new, it's interesting to think that like this computer is like from like around that time. And you know, they do say, oh well, you know, 10.5 is a little bit slower. We're running 10.5 on here just fine. And now I will be closing it up so I can show you the ports and some of the things. So we have charger, modem, Ethernet, Firewire, 2 USBs, and that's a display out. Then we have our headphone jack and our security thing, which I don't get. It's a laptop. You're gonna move it around. And then we have our DVD drive on the back right here. Now, one of the interesting things you'll notice is like, okay, so this is the PowerBook G4. This is a modern 16-inch MacBook Pro. And it's interesting to see just how similar the design language is. And if you think about it, like, this is basically like a color change, bigger, a lot faster, and substantially thinner. I mean, look at that. So it is a lot thinner and a lot faster, but it is mostly the same design. You know, it's like if we open this up, we have a different color of keyboard, you know, compared to like a modern Mac. But in general, it's, you know, you have just like the bare metal, very clean design. Whereas even just a few years prior, we look over here, you know, this is my iBook G3. Very different design. And so that's interesting how it's been consistent for so long, and then all of a sudden, or rather, it was consistent since this time, but right before that there was a lot of rapid changes. So that is my video for today. See you next time.